That's all I'm saying. You know.
The only thing I say with that is it depends on where we at. Like right now, we know. I like I said from the beginning. The second show I was on with you, Q. I understood what you was doing, and I just played along with it. But I understood what you was doing, so I was like, okay, that's what we doing. But if we was on the street and you doing it, I'd probably look at you like you crazy. I was like, what the hell wrong with her? Why she talking like this? And knowing
What
she can't whoop my ass, and I'm like, why would you do that?
That's what I was
But I
going to
know
ask
you
y'all.
wouldn't do that.
Would you and Nay in real life do what you doing with two men in real? Like, would y'all really do that with two men and put yourself in a position like that with two men?
So let me answer this
And would
honestly.
it be intelligent? Just to them questions. Would you do that?
Right.
And would it be
Let me answer
intelligent?
this. Let me answer this honestly. If
Okay.
in real life we were around each other and a man came up and was disrespectful to one of us, I'm definitely talking to him the same way that I talk to y'all.
Okay.
I don't have no filter. I don't think, oh my gosh, I'm in danger. None of that shit. I'm off.
So,
Like I'm off.
right.
Like I don't think, oh my gosh, I'm in danger. I shouldn't do. If you disrespect me in person, that's the problem for me. That's not okay. I don't
Would it be
accept that.
would it be intelligent to do so?
No, wouldn't. And I've admitted that. Like I had one time, some guy came up to my house and he was putting something in my recycling bin, and I walked outside and was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Type shit. You know what I mean? Like this isn't a public garbage. And he was like, oh, I apologize. He took it out and drove off on his motorcycle. But I said to myself, and I knew that wasn't safe. But I wasn't thinking of that in that time. Like this, to me, it's like if I don't say something, then this just becomes the house where he comes and dumps his shit at. You see what I'm
what
saying? So I don't take disrespect if that's what y'all trying to figure out.
you know
that's
that's
what
No, I
actually
wouldn't say
good
that that's
though.
wise. Huh?
Q, that's actually good. He didn't want to litter. That's how I see it. Like I leave my bin out and
No, I
people
don't
throw
see
stuff
it
in the
like that
trash.
though. No, pick
I
somebody
think
else's
it's
house.
better than them tossing on the
No,
floor.
pick
Because if
somebody
that
else's
was
house.
me, I would have threw the shit in your yard.
Being the only black house in the neighborhood, pick somebody else's house.
No, I'm
No.
saying I would have if it was me, we role played that, I would have threw the shit in your yard.
Well, then that would just be disrespectful. Then there would be a problem past that point, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, I
What
think
happened at
niggas
that
want
point?
that. I think
No,
when
we're
people
trying to
ask me
assess.
that question, they want a certain answer. Like, then if I
So
gotta
what
take listen, I'ma always fight back, but I'm not afraid to lose because I'm an '80s kid. You see what I'm saying? I'm just, and then
so
I'm
what
not wired right. So it's not the same answer y'all would get from the average female.
Q, so what would you do if I'm like, what? I'm trying to make sure that I don't put it on the ground. Here, hold this. I throw it all the way on the
Then we're
porch.
gonna have a back and forth confrontation. Then
No,
when you take the first swing, then we just gotta fight.
you're
How
gonna
to
let
dead ass? You think I'm playing?
no, I'm saying you're gonna let
Oh, I'm about
me
to
get the
say,
first swing.
yeah.
Oh my god. Dirt trails, church bells, and slow songs.
You really
Don't
Okay,
speak.
and
ever
that's what it is.
don't
And
ever
that's
let
what it
nobody
is.
swing first.
But
Ever.
I'm also not saying anything, my nigga. That's what I'm saying.
What?
I'm also
This,
not
but
gonna
this
just
not.
sit there and not
I
say
don't.
anything.
This is you realize
Yeah.
how many you realize a lot of these fights, a lot of these killings that excuse deletions happen over the fact that women will put themselves in positions where a man has to. I'm not saying you, but a lot of us have they get put in positions by women we didn't want to get put into that ends
Right.
up getting the man deleted or taken out of this world because a woman wanted her to run her mouth, even if she
But
wasn't wrong. Even if she
right, but to
wasn't
that
wrong.
point, Ali, it's not even
Like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Fatty was popping, man. I don't got it. They don't do payout to the 21st, Playboy.
but to that point,
Would you do that with your child if you
Hold
have a
on,
child?
y'all.
Oh
let
my
the $5 breathe.
Jesus Christ.
Q, you was talking
That
first.
was good with the 10 ball, man. But when I got it, you could get it. You feel me? Pause. God damn. Fatty been a member for 2 months.
Like that, shit like that,
She
shit
was
like
pounds
that,
for the $2. Hank, you saying men just let women walk over them? RBN says that I'm reading them backwards. That's why. Hank said with the $5. UT, why are you trying to win an argument with a woman who does not belong to you? RBN says that part, Hank. And then Caesar Palace said, why would you let them walk all over you? Therese with the $5 says, I like Tay. She's chill as fuck. I hope I ain't missed. Go ahead, Ali. And Q.
Would you
No, no,
would,
no.
would
I ain't letting Therese go by here. Therese, you either get up here and shoot your shot, or I'm going to take her off the market.
Wow. Wee. He came up here for you, Tay. He liked chocolate.
Tay, you like white men, right?
He came
You
up here
say
for
you
you.
like love in all forms, right?
We seen in the chat. He be coming up for you. He came up here just for you.
No,
And
y'all stop playing. I hear y'all talking shit, but my phone's still dry as fuck. So
He said
I
get your
hear
credit
what
right.
you're saying, but
You said get your credit right.
y'all ain't for real. So miss me with that.
so what we got? But Q, but at least Q acknowledges it's not that's irrational.
So
Yeah,
irrational.
like there's been situations I've been in where maybe I should have called my brother or somebody in my, you know what I mean? But I don't think in that moment to do that. So to Ali's point, yeah, that's another reason that I don't get people involved, because to your point, absolutely. It's like I'm putting myself in this situation, right? Not intentionally. Like I just, okay, we are just in that moment. You disrespected me now, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But then if I call somebody, that shit not going over well. You see what I'm saying? Like if I take a fight and I take a L, that's one thing. If I call somebody, somebody's getting hurt. And I understand that. You see what I'm saying? So
Is that
and he know the family I come from, so he know that's fact.
You have the grace. So I'm asking you, is that a feminine characteristic or masculine characteristic? And I'm asking because, well, I'm gonna let you answer first. But you're a woman. You have the grace of doing certain things. Men probably have to do something different. Is that a masculine energy that you're presenting at that time, or is that a feminine energy you present at that time, where you'll risk yourself just to prove a point? You're gonna say something just.
But see, it's not to prove a point. I'm
What
not
is
trying to prove anything. I just don't know how to run from a fight. I'm just built different. It's not to prove a point. I don't got no point to prove to
What are you trying to prove?
Fighting him.
No, you just said it's because you built different. What is the point you're trying to prove? There has to be. There's a point. If there's no point to prove, why you don't be like, hey, bro, you got it. Like I ain't about to do that. I ain't about to put myself in harm's risk. You're a man. I'm not. I know automatically if I get in a conversation with you.
Ali, sometimes the situation, the way it's set up, it's not a moment for that. You see what I'm saying? Like once time I was in the VIP section with my homegirls, and some guy was drunk and kept coming over trying to put his arms around everybody. So he put his arm around me. So I took that shit and I threw it off of me. And then I said to him, I said, he come back over here, I'm gonna punch that nigga in his face. You see what I'm saying? It's not about like, oh, let me call somebody because there's a potential that I have a threat. I don't know if he's gonna come back. You see what I'm saying? But then what ended up happening was he ended up grabbing this girl ass who was with her man. Dude ain't even do nothing. It was security that ended up throwing him out because he was doing too much.
So,
but it's just like those situations. You can't really judge that enough to then have somebody take a drive for some shit that they might not even have to attend to. Like it depends on the situation. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, you're a woman, right? You don't think you could have handled that as a woman and the man would have done something different because you're a woman?
He was drunk.
No, even if you're drunk. No, even men can have judgment when they drunk too.
No, like not this nigga.
Have men been drunk on the stand?
Security dragged him out the club, Ali. He couldn't even walk.
Okay, forget the fact that he's drunk. I'm asking you, the man that was throwing whatever in your yard, was there a way you could have handled the switch situation as a woman where he would have responded better if you didn't act like what you would think is perceived as a man?
The guy who was throwing stuff in my yard.
Yeah, if you handle, I'm asking you in general, if women handle things like women, would they get things situated differently if they handle something like would you get a better result?
How would a woman have handled that is my question, because the way I handled it, and I had it recorded, I feel like was respectful, which is very direct.
It's the same thing.
What the fuck you doing?
No. Yeah, that's exactly what you did. But you could have been like,
hey, what the fuck you doing?
No, I didn't say that to him.
What did you say you said to him?
Well, I asked him what he was doing. I just asked him.
You said no, when you told us the story, you said, man, what the fuck you doing?
I said type shit. Yeah. But that's not my direct quote.
So let hold on, slow down. So in that instance,
I approached him in a very direct way.
Did you hold on, Q? What was your proximity?
What do you mean?
To him, the guy putting the stuff in the trash.
The distance between you and him.
So like the distance between the trash barrel
and you and him.
You and the man.
Yeah.
No, what was the distance?
So y'all tell me, y'all school me. How was I supposed to handle that?
Hold on, wait. That's what I'm trying to assess.
I see somebody throwing shit in my trash barrel.
That's what I'm trying to assess. How far were you from him?
Close enough to have a conversation.
Well, but I can yell from the porch, right?
No, I
It
wasn't
could be,
yelling. I was close enough to
it
have
could
a
be,
direct conversation.
yeah, but it could be 20 feet, and I'd
Yeah,
be like, yo, right? Because
but
you see something
when
happen outside,
yeah,
and you'd
but
be
you
like,
saw the
yo,
video. I was close
huh?
enough to have a conversation.
I saw a video.
Yeah, you should have.
I'm
Maybe you don't
that's
remember,
oh, you
but
think I'm asking from a point of I don't know. I
yeah,
just maybe
no,
I don't remember the video.
yeah, I was
So
close
how
enough to have a
far were you
conversation,
from Q? Just answer
but
the question. How far were you from him?
I wasn't that far from him,
What would you
like an
say?
arm's length,
Oh, okay, arm's length. Okay. Okay. That
close
gives
enough
me
to have a
that
conversation to where I didn't have to yell.
okay. So you could have reached out and touched him if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was it night, daytime?
It was daytime.
Okay. And what he was respectful, he's like, oh, my fault.
Yeah, and took it out
Okay.
because I didn't disrespect him. I was just very direct. I wasn't like, excuse me, can you please? It wasn't none of that.
Yeah. But you perceived the danger, right?
No, not immediately.
But
So
you
you
know it's a
didn't
dangerous.
say
Yeah,
Hold on.
after I walked away, it was like, was that probably the smartest thing to do for any woman? No. But did I give a
Okay.
fuck? Also, no.
You know what? I think this is a feminine thing because I don't think you realize the danger, like you just stated. But I don't think you think you're gonna get punched in the face, and I think the reason you think that is because you're a woman.
No, I don't.
Now, I'm not saying you. I'm not even saying you would acknowledge it, but your subconscious, I think that is what's ingrained, and women be talking that shit because they don't fear getting punched in their face.
So what shit did I talk?
you
I'm
said
so,
that you
now
hold
that
on.
I said women at that juncture right there, but I'm saying
Okay.
you had that same mind frame
No, I
because you
don't.
don't have the fear of getting punched in your mouth.
Right. I just don't have the fear of getting punched in my
But
mouth.
I don't
I
think what I'm
also
saying
have
is
fear of death. You see
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying is no, I
Most
hear you.
people do.
What I'm saying is I don't think you think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I also don't have fear of death, which is what most people have. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
It's not mutually exclusive to me.
You don't fear death,
No, I don't.
and you don't fear no one.
No.
So then,
If
how
it's
can
my
you love?
time to go, Ali, that's my time. That's how I've always understood life.
Then how can you
I
truly value
understand life
someone?
different than most
How can
people.
you truly, if you have a family, if you truly love someone, how do you not fear being taken away from them, being able to help them, being able to protect them? That says a
Ali,
lot.
then,
If you don't
then
have no fear.
that was in Ali. I understand life a certain way. So if that happens, that was in the cards. That's outside of my control.
No, you're missing my point.
No,
I
I'm not.
fear. I
No,
fear
I'm not.
death.
That's
Both.
just my belief system.
I fear me. I'll say. I'm saying if
That's
it could
personal.
be.
Yeah.
It could
So
be
tell
belief.
me about your
It
UT,
could.
personal.
No,
you
I
could
would think
jump in
most.
there, UT.
I would think most people. I would think any of us that have people that we love in our life are afraid that they would leave, or we leave this world to where we can't see them or take care of them and provide for them.
Mhm.
If you don't fear, most people who just do anything and don't care about consequences and ramification, they deal with people that kind of similarly have those similar thoughts as well too. Don't give a damn. So if you don't
But
give a
I don't
damn
live
like that,
like
you
that
truly
either.
no, it's not. Doesn't sound rational. The fact that you don't like, I feel like you do. You're saying this for the panel because I believe what happens saying. You know that most men ain't gonna do anything. That's why you're doing.
Well, then off the panel, y'all niggas have to meet me in real life because I'm not. I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody up here.
No,
No,
it's
I didn't
You
say
see
not.
you're
what I'm saying? But
proving.
if
I
there's
don't
points
say
that y'all need to make centered around most women,
no.
I'll
I'm not
sit
saying
here and I'll listen to that.
you. I'm not saying
That's
that.
fine.
I'm saying if you truly value and love somebody, like
Mhm.
if you don't fear death, that's fine. Like you're personal.
Yeah.
You're adding to nobody's life. But when you're adding to someone else's life, and then you say you love someone else's kids and you love them to
Mhm.
death, then you would fear being taken away from this world because you wouldn't be here to take care of them or provide for them or make sure they're okay. That's my fear. If I get taken off this earth, I can't help my son anymore. I can't help my
That's a
father anymore.
fact,
I can't
though.
help. So then how do you go? I don't fear dying.
I don't know. Because if it's in the cards, you see what I'm saying? I'm never going into a situation like I'm tougher than everybody. I can fight everybody. You know what I mean? I'm not ignorant in that
I
way,
hear what you're
but
saying.
I'm also not
Ali,
afraid of people.
she's not
Like,
saying she
is that a
don't.
bad
She's not
thing?
saying she want to die. Like she's
I
just
know
saying,
you're
like
not
when
saying
it
you wanna
comes, it
die. I know.
comes. You know.
Right. But even
But
then,
you're not inviting it, right? You just saying
Right.
when it
I'm
comes, it
just saying,
comes.
like, if I'm in a situation, I'm not afraid of people. Like,
Yeah,
I would have to go back into my childhood to be conditioned into that.
yeah. And so before UT gets in, I just want to make sure my point is clear. Your disposition and the fear that you don't have is because you don't think people are gonna punch you in your face.
No, I know that
I
that
don't.
can really be a thing.
No, I'm not saying you like are just foolish, but that when women do that and they talking to men any kind of way because they don't fear the threat of violence, and I
Right.
think
So make that an
you
argument
are
for
with
most
the women
women.
though. No,
Yeah,
what I'm
don't put
saying
me in
is
that.
I'm saying I'm putting you in that because I think that is the actual mindset that a
But
lot of
it's
women
not.
have. So what I'm
But it's
saying
not.
is that mindset that you have is not unique
For me, it
because of
is.
how because of how argumentative women are with men. You see it all the
Right.
time. You wouldn't be an outlier.
No, but that's what I'm saying is what you don't have a point here because those women intentionally will argue with men because they know they have protection. I'm not that. I don't go around starting shit with people.
But even just standing there with a man is ignorant for a woman, but they do it.
But I don't got no choice.
What I'm
It's
saying
my
is,
property. The fuck?
listen, no, I'm not even talking about that. You're not, it's not, you're not really understanding it. But I think you will understand it if you watch it back. I'm not saying you pussy. I'm saying that women, especially our black women, have that energy. They don't run till they get clobbered because you would talk that shit to me. Once I punch you in your mouth, you're gonna feel like a girl after you
But
wake
then
up
I
from
just
that
got
shit.
punched in the mouth here. Like I'm saying real
No, I'm
shit.
not
I'm
saying.
not trying to
Yeah, you.
disrespect you.
I'm not.
I'm not trying to disrespect
But
you because we like family, right? But I'm not
yeah,
afraid of you either. That's my
no, I
point.
know. Q. You just now you just arguing like a woman for real now. So you usually don't do that. So I'm just saying.
That's cap.
I'm speculating that your reaction will be just like Nays and just like Tays. You will be surprised that I hit you like that.
No, I would not. I wouldn't.
Do you think at Q to Hamp's point? Do you think if a man literally grabbed you and
Mhm.
started pounding on you, do you
Mhm.
think you're gonna ask him to stop? Or you're gonna go, I ain't scared of death. I don't care what you do. You be like,
No,
okay, please, please.
I'm gonna take that L because that's what come with it.
That's what he means. You've never been pounded on before by a man.
I would just take
Hell
that
no.
L. Nigga, I ain't never
Hell no.
fought nothing but
You're
niggas
not
my
just
whole
you're
life.
gonna beg for your
Hell
life.
no.
Like most people gonna
Then
beg
that's
for their
fine.
life.
But also if a man was in that same position, he would also beg for his life too.
I'm not saying that he's not. You ain't gotta
But
switch
that's
it.
what I'm
What you're
saying.
saying is so
If that's
pridefully
the
without
case,
thinking about
Ali,
it.
that would have to happen for me to find that out. Every fight I've ever had, I've had with males, and I've not lost one. I'm not
Who
saying
was
I
males?
fought grown men,
Well, who
But
was you
those are
but I've
fighting?
fifth
always
grade.
fought males my
That's
entire
fifth
life. Never lost
grade.
one fight.
I what grade? Yeah,
So I don't know. I'd have to
Q.
be in that
You was
situation
in
to see what I
elementary.
would
Hold on,
yell
Q.
out
You
if
was
I
in
would just take that L.
Q. Was you in daycare? I mean, in preschool. What was you in? Where you
No,
ain't lose?
no, I wasn't in preschool.
How many men have you fought in your life?
I've never fought no grown men. Boys, at least
How
3.
old? How old?
The last fight I had would have been 11 years old.
Come
Fought
on,
a boy that was bigger than me.
you
But
cute.
Ali, give this
You
that
cute.
much. Boys
That's
are
why I told you cute.
even boys are stronger than girls.
What?
Do you agree or disagree with that?
It depends on the age. Like you said,
It's
11,
not dependent on
11.
the age.
Hold on, 11. When I work with kids,
Yeah,
there's
two
some
so two
strong.
11-year-olds.
There's some strong little girls that I seen beat up. I have seen girls beat up boys at that
The
age.
nigga was bigger than me and taller than me.
Oh, I
And
don't
his
know
whole
about that.
thing was can no girl on this block beat me up, this, that, and the
Okay,
third. He took
but
shit too far and spit on
right,
me.
but we ain't talking about
And that didn't
kids.
go well.
But we talking about grown men.
So I've said that already.
But you're talking
I've
about
not fought
kids.
grown men yet. But if in that situation, then I would have to figure out if I would take that L and just take them hits or be like, can you stop? I don't know. I don't know that.
Most people are gonna beg for their life if they're in a
Okay,
position.
so then that's how you understand that. So that's not a question for me.
Q. Let me go back to your story. So you was standing right there and he just opened your trash can, or how did that happen?
No, I could see out my house to my front, and I saw somebody stop on their motorcycle, so I started assessing it, and then he lifted up one of my bins and started throwing shit in there from underneath his motorcycle seat.
It was a lot of shit.
I worked outside, huh?
So how you get arms left to you? So if you saw him from,
because I approached him.
He was just throwing stuff in there. Then he was just dumping.
He was just putting stuff in there.
Okay, that's what I was trying to. Cause okay, I got you now. And that, so now when you told the
Yes,
story the
it's a fake
first time,
story.
when you told the story the first time, you said you told him, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, I said I
Right?
walked up to him, was like, "What the fuck you doing?" type shit.
Okay.
Basically, I approached him and asked him a
See
direct
that
question.
changes the whole thing. That changes the whole dynamic of that situation. Because if you
Mhm.
said, "What are you doing?" that he can be that he ain't gonna get aggressive with that. But if you said, "What the fuck you doing?" that's a
Mhm.
whole nother conversation. So
Right, but that would
if
be
you didn't,
unnecessary.
how you said it like that. Now when I analyze now, okay, he might have been like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have threw it in her trash. But if you would have came out there and said what we thought you said was, what the fuck are you doing? It could have been a whole different thing. So you're not coming out there like you saying that you coming out there.
But I'm saying what I'm saying is this: if he copped an attitude with me the same way I talk to you niggas is how I would have talked to him.
Why
I don't
though?
just talk to people like that off rip. I don't talk to y'all like that. I
But you
don't.
could just like pause. I'm gonna say you could just be like, "Hey, baby," or "Sweet baby," whatever, sweetheart. Please don't do that. And it'd be just different energy. He'd be,
So
"Oh,
that's
okay,
what
I'm
I was
sorry."
asking you. How would a woman handle
Like
that
that.
situation?
It'd be like that.
Like,
Sweetheart, please don't do that. Like that. Right when you're feminine, because most men ain't trying to hurt a woman or violate or disrespect women. Most
Mhm.
men want to cater towards women. So if you spoke to him that way with your feminine, you have so much power with it. I would even play with that. Like he would quickly, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that." Most men are gonna be like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that."
I got a true story. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. What happened with me? I was going to a party, right? And it was two gay girls out there, and they had like a clear like a visible marker, like you put it on there, then you'll see it in the with the light.
Mhm.
And but at the door they were selling for $10 to get in, but they were selling it for $2 out there. So I got mine from them, right? So I go in the party, I get in there, come out the party, probably like an hour or two later. These damn two dudes out there whooping these girls' ass. They was two dice though. They were acting like dudes. When you talk to them, talking like a dude, all that shit. The one girl was able to get in the car and lock the door. She went get out and help the girl, and the dude was just dragging her ass. So when I seen it, I was like, at first that's a woman, but then it was like she acting like a nigga. So it's like, what do you do with that? And when
Yeah.
you do that, it takes away your protection from men. Because we
Mhm.
like, if you acting like that with me, what the fuck up? You act like you can beat my ass. What the fuck I'm gonna help you
Right.
for?
Yeah.
Right. And then
You get what I'm
Q.
saying?
This is one thing I want to ask you too, and I'm gonna see if you
Missed
really,
it too.
if you truly look at certain things. If you're with the kids, the kids you say you love, and that same thing happens with men threatening towards you, are you gonna respond in the same manner, or you gonna let that part fly and go, "Hey, you got it, bro," and take the kids and move on?
The way that I did with the guy with the trash.
No, 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 no. I'm asking you. Forget even the trash guy. I'm asking you
Mhm.
for dudes this being respectful for you, and y'all with the babies or with the
Mhm.
kids. Are you gonna handle it in the same manner, or you gonna go? You gonna, you know what? Hey, I'm sorry. You right. Let me just get out your way.
Yeah, but that depends on the situation, right? If it's an intense situation, chances are I would just ask that person to not be disrespectful in front of the boys.
No, 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 no. I'm saying if they want to be disrespectful and you can get yourself out of the situation, like you could
Mhm.
possibly get yourself out of this situation. Are you going to escalate the situation if they continue? What? You want something, bitch? Like you going to do something? Are you going with the kids? Let it continue to
Oh
escalate?
no. Because there's the kids watching that shit. That's
Okay.
never cool.
Okay. No, no, not watch. That's not watching. You're putting them in harm's way as well too. It ain't just about the watching part. It's about putting the kids in harm. Something can happen to the kids.
Right, in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
that's
I mean, what
that's
y'all doing?
but that's deeper than me at that point.
What y'all doing, brothers? If let's say y'all out somewhere with your woman, and it's like 3, 4 dudes. I know ain't gonna be one dude. Y'all might look at it. I would. Most good women, I think, will be like, please don't say anything. They don't want something to happen, right? I don't know how y'all would handle it. 1 to 5 dudes. If you have a man that's doing a threatening thing with you and you're next to you, she ain't gonna do like you. He ain't doing something to you physically. He's not doing something, but he's saying something disrespectful towards y'all way. Are you gonna address it and put yourself in a confrontation and tell her to go? Which y'all probably would. But if it's more than one man, are y'all gonna just let that fly? That's what I'm asking. In a confrontation that can escalate, and your woman could be in harm's way in a way.
So I had one situation. Me and my wife was in TGI Fridays, and it was like a table full of dudes. They was talking about something. And I'm like, who you, what you know, they were saying, so I forget what we, it was something we had mutual, maybe my fraternity or something. They was like, oh, we don't see your name in the book or something, you know, some shit like that, like it be corny. I'm like, what? I said, babe, go outside. But she know, like, once I'm done playing, I ain't playing.
Right. But I'm asking if you can't if y'all kind of boxed in a certain way, are you kind of trying to de-escalate at that moment, remember faces and de-escalate, or are you gonna let it escalate and you kind of box in, not a way where you can get out the way, like you get what I'm saying?
I would hope so, Ali.
You get what I'm at? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would hope so, but when I get so angry though, you know what I'm saying? I don't
I
know.
already know what you're talking about, but I'm saying like the way we expect in certain, I know exactly what you're saying. But if there's a way that you know for a fact she's gonna be put in harm's way, like that, if it escalates.
If I could, I got you, KG. I'm just trying to think through it. If I could, before I get too upset, be reasonable, and I identify the danger to her, it'd be more likely that I would kind of de-escalate if I knew I couldn't get her out the way.
Right. If you know you can move her, that's a whole different thing. I'm asking in a situation where this confrontation can hurt the people around you.
Yeah, I would. I hope I would be able to relax. What you think, KG?
I know you, KG, gonna he risking it all. He gonna do just like he did. What you say? What about it? Don't even matter right now.
But like to go back to the women, even I have a homegirl in the UFC. When I spar her, she knows she can't beat women. Men. I'm sorry. She knows she can't beat men, but we still go hard. We just don't hit her in the face, but in the body, we go as hard as we want to. But
no. That's not what that's KG. This is what we talking about. If you with your lady, we were asking about escalate. If you
it doesn't matter with me.
If you know for a fact, if you escalate the situation that the person that you're not really trying to escalate, they are, and you know she's gonna get in harm's way, you would still escalate, or would you de-escalate the situation, just get away from there and then get back later?
My mind, it was just snap.
Okay.
Now let me ask you. I'm glad, because I wouldn't do it, Ali. But I want to ask you. I want to ask them too. Like when we're talking to the women and we telling them they're being irrational and they know they are. You know, like they say, I know I'm doing this, right? And we say, why would you do that? Putting yourself in danger. Why would y'all do that? And y'all know y'all know that about yourselves, but y'all not working on that.
I got a chance.
You got a what now?
I got a chance. They don't got no fucking chance. That's the problem, TT. I got a chance, you know. That's UT. I admit I remember I was trying to work myself through it. It's not the most rational thing, but I got a chance. God damn it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it was a story that happened with me, my cousin. Like my cousin, like if something happened to me and they hear about it, they gonna call and try to like, what you want to do? And I learned that they do that. So, and I know they had kids. So something happened to me, and then it was like they would call and I'm like, nah, I'm good, because I know they got a family, they got this, they got that. So I'm not gonna pull them in some shit that they ain't even have to be in if I ain't got to. So that's why that's what I think about it. You know, I ain't saying you gonna do what you gonna do, but that's just how I think about it.
Yeah, no, it's real, man. It's real. I'm just thinking, Ali, in a situation. I was in this bar and this dude pulled a gun on me, right? But he like kind of pulled it out like flash dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't have it all the way out, and we kind of like arm's length, right? It's a tight ass bar, so I'm like, you know what I mean? Turn my back, you know, like you trying to wait. So my brother was with me, and I'm like, yo, go outside. He like, nigga, fuck that, you know, right? My brother big and strong, pause, if that is a pause worthy moment, you know, so he ain't right. And then I had for a second, I'm like, okay, because my brother with me, I need to chill, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't really get time to process, because the dude like kind of like put it back, but I'm just thinking like I had that thought, but I also didn't like back up to the door either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
I don't know. It just when you thinking
But
about it,
we lost a lot of people over stuff that didn't even have to lose.
I
Like
know. It was
a
just
lot of people
I don't even know what we was arguing about. You know what I mean? You never know,
over something you can get them back maybe later on in some other kind of way. Just get out this situation. It wasn't in your favor. I'm talking about something that ain't in your favor. I get if you're trying to handle
like
something.
that, but that wasn't it. You know what I mean? For all intents and purposes, I'm just trying to think what my thought process was at that point. You know what I mean? That moment. But he was flash dancing, pump faking and shit. But everybody ain't faking.
Yeah, yeah. Back then you do something like that. Back then, someone had to go for that. But it's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
yeah. That gets ugly forever, right? Because you can't flash dance. Yeah. I think we was out of town, so but you just never know, man.
How did that escalate? What did he do? He just pump fake.
No, it was a place I DJ at, and it was this is a while ago. He was like the owner of the club. He trying to be cool, like he always was doing a lot, In that moment, he was trying to do a lot with me, and then I think I might have pushed him or something. Then he kind of flash dancing, but we had a relationship type shit. You know what I mean?
But that relationship was done after that, right?
Yeah, because you can't flash it, right? Without a repercussion, you can't flash. You know what I mean?
That'd be hard to come back from that one.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, the bigger question was that before the wife and kids?
Yeah.
Men don't act the same before family as they do with family.
Yeah, that's true.
That whole concept of like weighing the pros and cons to every little situation. You call it just situational awareness.
Right, but I get what Hamp's saying too, though, in a way, like with something can escalate you with wife and family if someone threatening you as well too, and you can kind of black out, like it give me something the way with my son and like if you around my family,
you'll go crazy.
You can see it, but you gotta process it enough to know you don't get them hurt. I can see how you black out completely. I black out completely too. All my stuff was blacking out. I don't want to black out, but I could process stuff for a while before I black out.
Fellas, Josh, do you think that family makes you weaker?
No.
It makes you vulnerable. It can make
that. Maybe that's what I meant to say. That's better.
It makes you
vulnerable. Yes,
they expose you. Like Bob. What's up? How you doing up so late, Bob? You're a nerd. Oh, you must be studying for a test or something. Okay. Shout out to Bob. Appreciate you.
Dang, but in another way, if they kidnap your people, you know what I'm saying? It does in a way. It's like Superman. Like, hey, we got her. You ain't Superman anymore.
Damn, man.
And like I said, I had to go ahead, bro.
Yeah, even how I reacted to unpopular truth. Yeah, I gotta stop that too, because I can snap out real quick. I can't be doing that. I'm at work.
We can see that. You was at job doing that, family. You gotta get that together over there. What you say, Nick?
What you about to say, UT? We about to wrap this bad boy up, UT. What you got? It's still 200 people. Up all night one day.
That was an accident. I was supposed to put up 15 minutes, and then somehow it went to 12 hours. Just like whatever. I had to work.
I went to sleep and came back and got back on the show on his ass.
I was working on our investments, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit like that. And we end with
what I was gonna say is like that same mindset that y'all do have. I had it in the past when I was younger, but then I started seeing people dying too much around me. So I was like, yeah, sit your head down, Case. That's how. I mean, you gotta start rationalizing that shit to me.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think people change, UT though. I think they mask.
Right. I believe that 100%.
And you just learn how to control things a little better, but it's always there,
Yep. Even if you was a coward, something like who you are, I think in middle school, maybe elementary, I'll say that. I think who you are in elementary and middle school is who typically you're gonna be for the rest of your life. Like you a punk early and you stay punk like usually, or you was a man, like you stood on your man. I'm telling you, man, I've seen it my whole life. Like, because everybody remember too. Some people can change and get out of it a little bit, but for the most part, man, if you had that mentality and you accepted that mentality at a young age, it goes into adulthood with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to if you. Yeah, I agree. Because
You know
if
what
you
I'm saying?
yeah,
We figured out who we were around boys. First, you clowning each other, then you start getting physical, and we found out who was alpha, betas, ABC. You know what I'm saying? All that. Who was who? You know. And
Mhm.
once you know you couldn't be a punk, like you
Yeah.
know you could. That's over if you a punk. Everybody, you getting tried every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never had a slap boxing record. Like you always had to know your record at least. Like,
It's a wrap.
damn, man. John was popping.
Like
Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel. I appreciate everybody, all my brothers showing love in the chat, all the sisters in the chat, everybody who hit the panel. One of our 3 resident white boys and Josh. We appreciate you for hitting the link.
He getting in the kingdom.
Huh?
I said, is he getting the kingdom? I
Nah.
was thinking something about you earlier, and I kept thinking maybe this brother just